everybody. Today is Sunday, November 9th, so let's get started with this Sunday solve. Ben, the teacher in A1, is telling us Gary and Isaac have 3 innocent neighbors in common. And if you're wondering why Ben is blue, I am switching to the alt dark color mode since apparently that is actually better for colorblind people. Anyway, yes, so Gary is in B2 and Isaac is in D2. So they have 3 total neighbors in common: Deborah, Hank, and Mary. Therefore, all 3 of those are innocent. Deborah, the coder in C1, is telling us Hank and Zoe have an equal number of criminal neighbors. Hank is right here in C2 and Zoe is down here in D5. So that tells us the maximum possible number of criminal neighbors Hank is going to have is 3. Meanwhile, Hank's clue is there's an odd number of criminals neighboring Xena. Xena is in C5. And then Mary in C3 is going to tell us only one of the 2 innocents neighboring Vera is on the edges. So Vera is in A5, which means 2 of Vera's neighbors are on the edges and 1 is not. So between Paula and Wally, only one of those is going to be innocent. And for Vera to have 2 innocent neighbors, Rob the cook has to be innocent. Rob is letting us know that Tom is one of 2 criminals in row 4. Let's see, so let's, turn our attention to some of the clues we've revealed. Hank and Zoe have an equal number of criminal neighbors. Not sure if that's gonna help us just yet. Okay, there's an odd number of criminals neighboring Xena. That might be helpful because at this point, now that we know Xena has 1 innocent neighbor, we know she either has 1 criminal neighbor or 3 criminal neighbors, since there are 4 unrevealed neighbors around Xena. So if we assume Xena only has the 1 criminal neighbor, well, that does not quite work out for us. Oh wait, no, so yes, so if we assume 1 criminal neighbor and it's Wally, that does not work out because there has to be at least 1 criminal in row 4. If we instead assume that one of those, here, I'll do it like this. If we assume one of her criminal neighbors is in row 4, Wally and Zoe are both innocent, and then that would make Paula a criminal. That is a possibility here based on the clues we have, because that would give Vera 2 innocents, 1 on the edges. That would give us 2 criminals in row 4. That would give us only 1 of the 2 innocents neighboring Vera is on the... there's an odd number of criminals, and Hank and Zoe have an equal number of criminal neighbors. Well, yeah, Hank could have criminal neighbors here. What? Oh, duh, Tom is one of the... Let's reveal Tom. I glossed right over that. Okay, so Tom is one of the 2 criminals in row 4. Xena and Ben have an equal number of criminal neighbors. Okay, sounds like Ben is also going to have an odd number of criminal neighbors. And let's pivot here for a second. Okay, so if Looks like we have one innocent and one criminal remaining in row 4. So if Salil is innocent, Paula's gonna be a criminal and vice versa. We also know that if Paula is innocent, Wally is going to be a criminal and vice versa. So they've got a little chain going here where if Salil is a criminal and Paula is innocent, Wally has to be a criminal. That gives us 3 criminals neighboring Xena, so Zoe does have to be innocent here. If Salil is innocent, Paula has to be a criminal, which makes Wally also innocent, and then Zoe has to be innocent because there's one criminal neighboring Xena, and we don't want her to have an even number of neighbors, so Zoe is an innocent no matter what. Zoe says there are as many criminal painters as there are criminal singers. Okay, so painters first. We've got Paula the painter in A4 unrevealed and Salil the painter in C4 unrevealed, though we know one is going to be innocent and one is going to be a criminal. Aside from those two, doesn't look like there are any painters on the board. And then for criminal singers, well, we've got Vera unrevealed. We've got Mary revealed as an innocent. And we do not have any other singers. Since we know there is going to be exactly one criminal painter and there is exactly one unrevealed singer, Vera must be a criminal. Even I have an equal number of criminal neighbors, says Vera. We know Vera is going to have exactly one criminal neighbor. 2 innocents, 1 criminal. That means Eve is also going to have 1 criminal, and since Eve already has 2 innocent neighbors revealed, Isaac the farmer in D2 has to be a criminal. It's now telling us exactly 3 of Rob's 5 innocent neighbors also neighbor Lisa. Well, Rob is over here in B4, and Lisa is here in B3. The neighbors they share are Keith, Paula, Salil, and Mary. So Mary is innocent. Either Salil or Paula is going to be innocent. That's 2. Keith the doctor is going to have to bring us to 3 shared innocent neighbors. And then for the 4th and 5th innocents, Lisa, Wally, and Xena are all neighboring Rob, but not neighboring Lisa, because Lisa does not neighbor herself. So those are still all options. We'll have to circle back to them. Keith is letting us know there's an odd number of innocents on the edges. Useful. Not sure we can solve that just yet, so let's start thinking about some of the other possibilities here. So if we start off with this scenario where Salil is innocent, Paula is a criminal, and Wally is innocent. Xena and Ben have an equal number of criminal neighbors, so Ben would only have 1 criminal neighbor. Meanwhile, right now Rob has 1, 2, 3, 4. So either Xena or Lisa would be innocent. This is also important to note. Hank and Zoe have an equal number of criminal neighbors. Right now they both have 1 revealed criminal neighbor. So let's see what happens if Xena brings us to 2 and Lisa is innocent here. That would mean Hank would need 1 more criminal neighbor. Meanwhile, Ben can only have 1. I'm not sure that narrows us down much. But we could figure out, though, if Salil is criminal and Paula is innocent, then Wally would have to be a criminal. And if we assume... Yeah, let's check this scenario where Zoe has 3 criminal neighbors. Because then Hank would also need 3 criminal neighbors. And Ben would have 3 criminal neighbors. So that would give... Okay, so if Ben has 3... Right now, Hank kind of also has 3. So even Olaf. Let's go through and make sure that this checks out. Eve and I have an equal number of criminal neighbors, yes. In fact, let's just go ahead and take that off the board. Tom is one of 2 criminals in row 4. Xena and Ben have an equal number of criminal neighbors. Yes. Only one of 2 innocents neighboring Vera's on the edges. There's an odd number of innocents on the edges. Well, with this we would have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So that does check out. There's an odd number of criminals neighboring Xena. Exactly 3 of Rob's 5 innocent neighbors also neighbor Lisa. Okay, and that's where this does not work, because we would only have 4 innocents neighboring Rob here. So we would need Xena to be innocent, which would mean that Ben would still have to have 3, because Xena still has 3, but Hank could only have 2. And that's not possible, because these 2 here give Hank 3. So what that's telling us then is Salil can't be a criminal. Salil has to be innocent. Paula has to be a criminal, which makes Wally innocent. So that means also Ben is only going to have 1 criminal neighbor out of all these 3 neighbors, Claire, Flora, and Gary. However, Hank could still have 2, and then Rob needs 1 more innocent neighbor. So let's see, if Lisa is the criminal and Xena is innocent, Hank and Zoe have an equal number, so Hank wouldn't have any more, but Lisa would give Hank 2, whereas Zoe only has 1. That is a contradiction, therefore Lisa must be innocent and Xena must be a criminal. That's also going to tell us that Hank does in fact have 1 more criminal neighbor coming up. However, Ben only has 1 criminal neighbor. So one possibility is that either Claire or Gary is a criminal, and then all the rest of these are innocent. That would give us 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So that is an odd number. Hold on, let me count that. Oh, no, because one of these... Okay, so hold on. Let's think about this for a second, because I think we've gotten the edges narrowed down enough. So right now we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 innocents on the edges, and we've got 4 more on the edges. So to keep that an odd number, we would either need 2 more innocents on the edges or no more innocents on the edges. The reason that can't be all 4... the reason that can't be... Hold on, I'm saying this backward. Okay, so the options here are no more innocents on the edges, 2 more innocents on the edges, or 4 more innocents on the edges. So no more innocence on the edges does not work, because that gives Ben and Hank too many criminals. If we have only innocence on the edges, that could still work, because Gary pulls double duty here, giving Ben the one criminal neighbor he needs, and giving Hank the second criminal neighbor he needs for Zoe and Hank to have the same number, and Xena and Ben to have the same number. If instead we want to have two on the edges, so only one of those can be neighboring Hank, because Hank only has the one criminal neighbor. And then the other one would need to be Flora over here, who's neighboring Ben. But that means Claire has to be innocent, because if Flora were a criminal and Claire were a criminal, then Ben would have two criminal neighbors, in addition to Hank having two criminal neighbors. Whereas, okay, maybe let's show it like this. So if Claire is a criminal, then that puts Ben and Hank at their maximum number of criminals, but it gives us an even number of innocents on the edges. So we do have to have her being innocent here, and she's letting us know there are more criminal builders than criminal coders. Awesome. So for builders, we've got the 3 right up here in B1, A2, and B2. Claire has just been revealed innocent. So the only possibilities for criminal builders are A2 and B2. And we've already kind of seen that if Gary is innocent, never mind. No, we haven't proven that yet. So coders, we've got Deborah is already revealed innocent, Hank is already revealed innocent, and Olaf in D3 is unrevealed. For there to be more criminal coders than, for there to meet more criminal builders than criminal coders, at least one of these two is going to have to be a criminal, and Olaf is innocent. Olaf is letting us know there are more innocents than criminals on the edges. Awesome. So if we had Gary being innocent and then Flora and Eve being criminals, well, that would give us 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 criminals, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 innocents. That is the same number. That is not more innocents. So that's going to tell us these two are going to be innocent, and then Gary the Builder is a criminal. And that's it today. Thanks for watching. Feel free to comment or reach out on Blue Sky if you have questions, and I'll see you next week.